Alright guys, we'll be starting shortly. Yeah, a little bit. Let's see what's going on over here. That's pretty cool. Alright. Well, let's get the show on the road. Alright, sorry about that. Okay. Alright. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm gonna check it there to do a mic check. Sorry about that. Check. Check. How am I hearing that? Okay. Oh Jesus, no wonder why. Alright, how about now? Testing. 1, 2, 3, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's better. You do have an echo. That could be because of that. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Where the fuck is that echo coming from?
It's also something I'm feeling. Hey, hey.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing, testing. Testing 1 2 3. Testing, testing. Whoa, I don't know what the fuck that was. Alright, we're gonna shut this off, actually. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Alright. Listen. We don't need that. Sorry guys, we're still working on some audio. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. That's sensitive, huh? That's sensitive, huh? I don't know why everything's staticky. I'm going to switch off the mic. I'm going to go back to the other mic. Let's change it up. All right.
Hello. 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 Her. Let's try that stuff now.
All right, let's try that now. Still getting a fucking echo. Still getting an echo. Echo, echo, echo. Huh? Hello? I don't know what the fuck that is. Shit. That's too fucked up. Hmm. Okay, we're gonna. Testing, one, two, three. Testing, one, two, three. Why am I getting an echo? Hmm. Testing, one, two, three. All right, guys, just testing the mic here. All right, guys, just testing the mic here. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out where my echo's coming from. It's driving me absolute shithouse. Hmm. Testing. Testing 1 2 3. get this going now. Give me a second here. Alright, get this going. Fucking echo. I hope it doesn't have an echo. Alright, this is gonna be the way it is. I think that's pretty close. I mean, yeah, that's fine. Alright, so now let's move this. Move this out of here. Bring this down to the bottom down here because it just, yeah. And well, actually we can move over this way, so yeah. And I think we're using this mic now. I don't know. I've had a real rough night with the audio, so do apologize. Anyways, all right. So I want to have a little bit of fun because I watch too many people on Facebook and Twitter and some of the other platforms talk about really some stupid shit that just absolutely makes no sense to me whatsoever. But who am I? I'm playing around with some of my things here, so I apologize. This will hopefully become a little bit more refined over time, but it might not either, so I don't care. But
this forest is eerie. Who knows what's lurking? How are you planning to navigate these shadowy paths?
I found on Facebook, which, you know, I really don't know what to say anything more about these people out there that seem to believe everything that they see on the internet is the Bible. You know, they'll read this stuff on the internet that somebody pops up on the screen, and it turns out that they're just trying to get somebody to drink the Kool-Aid, and the Kool-Aid is not something that you really want to drink. I mean, look at those people, those 900 people that drank it out there on that one little cult there. Well, they're not here anymore, so you don't want to drink the Kool-Aid, and unfortunately too many people are doing that exactly now. You take a look at what just recently happened with another attempted assassination. You know, everybody thinks, oh, it's all staged and all this other shit, but no, there's just a lot of stupid ass people out there that want to try to get their 15 seconds of friggin' fame, and they want to try to attempt to do something, but they don't realize they're not mentally sane. They're not realizing that they're throwing their life away. That when they do this and they finally get the nerve up to go and attempt to do something as asinine as possibly attempt to shoot the president or shoot anybody or hurt anybody, that they pay the consequences. And you know, they need to be locked up. I think we did a real bad thing in this country when we got rid of all the rehabilitation centers. You know, we used to have one in Wilmington and North Reading called the John T. Berry, and you know, there was a lot of people in there that just were not people that should be circulating or walking around amongst everybody else, because they can't control themselves. They can't comprehend what's real and what's not. And you know, I have a lot of friends, and I recently just lost a good friend. I've known him since he was 16, and the problem is this young gentleman always sees everything as half empty and not half full. And you know, he believes one thing and he sees another, and he sucks it all up on Facebook. He lives on Facebook. He puts everything, his entire life, on Facebook. I don't think that that's probably the smartest thing for people to actually do. I think you really need to have some personal life that's not written for everyone to read. You know, nobody cares what's going on in your life, you know, other than your family or your relatives. Other people might snoop on you just to see, you know, if you're still alive, or, oh my God, he's got a beautiful woman, or he's got beautiful kids. You know, that's really, I don't know. Facebook really wasn't designed to, it was designed to help people connect with one another, but it wasn't to push your thoughts or your philosophy upon others, you know. And that's just my thought. I mean, I think it was just so that old friends could connect with one another and stuff like that, but not push your religious beliefs on somebody, or your political beliefs. It should have never went that deep. And unfortunately, you know, then they tried to censor everybody, and to some point they still censoring people. You know, you're supposed to have freedom of speech. You know, they have these games on Xbox that say for adults are 18 plus, and yet if you say the word fuck or you say the word shit, you get banned. And it's like, you get your chat blocked because, why? Because they don't enforce what they preach. They say 18 and plus, but now they're letting 11 and 12 years olds play because they want to collect the money, and it's all about the money. So a lot of this stuff just really irritates me. But I've been talking about doing this little podcast and getting on here and, just doing a half an hour, 45 minutes from time to time, just talking about some of the things that absolutely irritate me. And one of the things, I got to move this little box again because I'm trying to figure out where I should put this little logo. And I think I'm just going to shrink it down a little bit. Leave it right there. That looks great. All right. So the first one that I just popped up on the screen, and I'm centering it over here. But if you're defending ICE in 2026, would you have defended Germany's police state in 1939? I mean, because it was legal. Same logic, right? Same cruelty, different uniforms. I mean, that's what I found on Facebook. And I sat there and I said, Jesus, and I have relatives. I'm German myself. I didn't come from Germany. I mean, but my relatives did, and I don't think there was any Nazis in my family or anything like that. But when you look at it, this card, is talking about modern immigration enforcement in 1939 police state with with a 1939 police state. That's a huge leap historically, morally, and structurally. That's a huge leap. But instead of just dismissing it, I want to unpack why people reach for a comparison this extreme. Some people see harsh enforcements and immediately jump to the worst chapters of history. Others see law enforcement doing a difficult job and thinking the comparison is ridiculous. Both reactions come from emotion and not analysis. And, nobody's analyzing it. So, I wanted to have a real conversation on why we should be having this. Why we should be having a conversation about this. What does ethical immigration enforcement look like in the modern, times? And it's just, I feel bad for a lot of the people that are actually, doing this and helping enforce immigration. I feel bad for the law enforcement and how they're being treated. I feel bad for the people that have lost their lives. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I don't think anybody should have to lose their life, but nobody should threaten anybody either. And nobody should, use a vehicle or anything like that towards any kind of enforcement, law enforcement. That is considered, a dangerous weapon at that point. If you're aiming, whether you're aiming your knife at somebody, you're aiming a bat at somebody, or if you're aiming your car at somebody, it usually is a bad thing. And I feel bad that people have lost their lives because of this, but at the same time, you just, and some of these people that are enforcing this may not be doing the right job. They may be overemphasizing what they're doing, or they might be pushing too hard, or they're just using too much force. And so I agree with a lot of that as well. But at the same time, you have to read between the lines, because some of the media twists things for people to comprehend differently, and different angles of a camera tell one story and another angle tells a whole different story. So, until you really know for 100%, please keep it off your Facebook and stuff like that. Make sure that you're 100% correct on what you're putting up. Fact check it. And then you'll say, oh, the AI is blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? If you fact check something with several different AIs and you get the same conclusion, there's a good chance that you could probably live by that. You'd be pretty amazed how intelligent these AIs are. They're actually blowing me away. They help me with my everyday chores, and they're making my life simpler on what I do. I do a lot of computer programming. I do a lot of web design, and it helps me with writing stuff. I mean, so getting back to that first card there, if you're defending ICE in 2026, where are the lines between necessary authority and abuse of power? I mean, where are the lines, and how do we hold agencies accountable without demonizing everyone who works in them? That's the problem right there. There could be a few bad apples. Usually what you do when you find a few bad apples in the batch, you throw them out. Well, that's what they should be doing, and they are doing that. But a lot of the people out there, they demonize the entire system. And the entire system is not a bad system. You know, it has gotten rid of a lot of criminals that are coming into this country illegally, a lot of gang members. And you know what? I get it. It's possibly hurt a few families here and there. But if you're coming into this country, you should do it probably as legally as you can. Um, you know, do the due process. I mean, I have no problems with anybody coming into this country. But, you know, coming in illegally and then, you know, jumping on the system and sucking off the system or robbing the system. I mean, look what happened out in Minnesota. I mean, holy shit. There's more fraud out in that country. Fuck. I could have used some of that money, you know? Hey, give me a daycare. I'll charge, you know? But I'm not a criminal. But somebody was because they took billions of dollars out of that state. But it's okay. Nobody wants to talk about that. That's all brushed underneath the carpet. And yet the governor that's been in charge of that entire state is still there? Are you kidding me? Holy shit. If you and I did any of that, I mean, you know, look at everybody that's being investigated. Omar didn't even go to her hearing. She blew it off. If I blew a hearing off, I'd be in jail right now. I'd be arrested. You'd be arrested. Why is it okay for that? That's not okay. But getting back to the cards and stuff like that, you know, we don't need to drag 1939 into the talk. I mean, take a look at the card one more time. I mean, 1939 into the talk and about real concerns in 2026. We don't need to talk about 1939. We can debate the policy without rewriting history or villainizing it or, you know, whatever you want to say. The entire group of people are not bad. And they're not, you know, this is not how it is. You don't have a bunch of Nazis running around or anything like that, or white supremacists or any of that stuff. You have some real great law-abiding federal agents. And then, you know, maybe there are a couple of bad apples. I'm not 100%. But they're doing their job. And you can't begrudge that. You know, and I certainly don't. So the second card that I have is, you know, we're talking about politicians, you know. And, you know, the second card is they don't work for us anymore. You know, they work for whoever funds their campaigns, and until that changes, nothing else will. All right, I get that. I mean, that card hits a nerve because a lot of people feel disconnected from the political system. I get that. The idea of elected officials answers to donors instead of the voters isn't new. That's been going on for 50 years, 100 years, 200 years. It's been going on for a long time. I mean, but it's become a louder complaint as trust in the institution drops. So, I mean, you know, this is something that really, I am kind of behind this because, you know, if you vote somebody in, they shouldn't just turn their back on you and start going after big money, you know, to help big money. And they shouldn't be bidding on, you know, they shouldn't be doing stocks because they get the heads up on certain things either. You know, how do you go in and you're making a couple of $100,000 a year as a politician, and you're in there for like friggin', I don't know, 12 or 14 years, and you come out a multimillionaire? I'm sorry, that's wrong. That's wrong. And if you are having time trades, and you know you're announcing something to the government, and then all of a sudden your stocks go through the roof that you just bought last week, you need to go away. That's bad. I don't care. I could call that one out all day long. That's something that needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed quick and soon, because you got all of them politicians in there that they shouldn't be multi-millionaires. I mean, look at the ones here in Massachusetts. Holy shit. You know, I don't know how Pocahontas keeps getting voted in, but she's in, and she sucks. She's the worst person I've ever listened to in my entire life, and yet she gets voted in every friggin' time, and I vote against her every friggin' time. And she, you know, came in not wealthy, and she's a multimillionaire. How's that happen? I mean, you know, I've had great paying jobs. I've made that kind of money a year. I ain't a multimillionaire, you know, and I have stocks and I have all kinds of bonds and stuff like that, but I'm still not a multimillionaire. They just shouldn't be, you know, they shouldn't be sitting on that, to be honest with you. So that is just one of the cards that, you know, the solution isn't to throw up your hands, you know, hands up and say nothing will ever change. The real conversation is about transparency and accountability and how they will structure the incentives. Questions worth asking. I mean, you know, How do we reduce the influence of big donors without restricting free participation? I mean, that's one great question right there. I mean, how do we do that? You know, what reforms actually work in the other countries? I mean, take a look at some of the other countries and what they've done to keep big donors out. And how do we build trust without burning the whole system down? Yeah, well, unfortunately, I think in some cases you're probably going to have to burn that system down. I mean, it just isn't about left or right. It's about whether the public feels represented. And right now, a lot of people don't feel that way. So they got to start looking at themselves and start understanding that we hired them to work for us. And, and if they're not helping us, they need to go. And they shouldn't be in there. These long-term governors and senators and stuff like that, they should have an 8 or a 12-year term, and then get the fuck out. Don't look back. We don't want you back. Because these people that have been in there for 40 years, 50 years, their ways are the old ways, and they're stuck in that. They get their blinders on, and they ain't ever gonna friggin' change. They're stuck on what they thought 30 years ago. They're stuck on what they thought 40 years ago. We need fresh blood in there. People that actually are more current with the times and know what the younger generation wants. We don't need, and I'm not the younger generation, but I know that we need people in there that are more connected with today and not yesterday. And those people that have been in there for 30 or 40 or 50 years, that's yesterday. That's not today. That's yesterday. They need to go. This feels good. I feel like I'm laying on a couch right now. And, so it's good to talk about stuff like this. And I'm going to try to do this religiously, from day to day or week to week or month to month. I don't know, maybe once or twice a month. I don't, I mean, I feel terrible about what happened to Charlie Kirk. I mean, he was just trying to open people's eyes, and he was very religious and everything like that. And, he had a young child, a young baby and stuff like that. And for somebody to take in his life like that, that's not needed. That's just somebody trying to get their 15 seconds in the public's eye or whatever. But, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And nobody's life should be taken it because they don't see how you see things. Nobody should ever lose their life because they believe something different. That's absolutely fucking ridiculous. And if that's the way you believe, you need to live on an island or you need to be shipped out to another planet because you don't belong here. The human life is too valuable to just take. It's not yours to take. You're not given the privilege. You weren't put on this earth to be judge, jury, and executioner. You were put on this earth to enjoy life to its fullest. Every day that you're given, that you're lucky to have, you should be enjoying and not hating people for what they believe or what they want or how they see things. I don't hate anybody, I got a good friend of mine right now that hates me. He thinks I suck. He thinks I'm untalented. Well, unfortunately, that's the funny part because if you saw half the shit that he's done, yeah. And that's the sad thing about today in a lot of the younger generation. They don't take pride in what they do. They do everything half-assed. They try to do it as quickly as possible. They don't take pride in what they do. But they do enjoy taking the money. And the sad thing is that if somebody hires you to do something and you go there to do it, you should try to give them 110% every day you're there. And you should definitely try to be supportive and try to guide and communicate every day with that client. And give them what they deserve. That's their hard-earned money. They've worked really hard for it. And so what does it take to do a little bit of extra caulking here and there, or an extra nail, or a nice cut, or making sure something's right and making sure that you know what you're talking about? Because if you don't know what you're talking about and you're building something and you're telling one thing and it comes out to be something else, but you've already built it, what do you do then? up. The younger generation, they don't have it. And that's our fault. That's my fault. And if you're my age, it's probably your fault too. Because we didn't guide these people, these young individuals, in the right direction so that they could actually love what they do and want to do it. It's really crazy. So, anyways, there's another one that I have here. I think I got the card here. Let's pull it up. Okay. I found this on somebody else's webpage and on their Facebook, and it says, "You won't get killed if you just obey. It's not something you say to people in a free country. It's what you say to hostages." Well, I guess you could say it to hostages. You could say it to a lot of people. I mean, this card is reacting to real people fear about people having authority, but it frames the issue in the most extreme way possible. In a free country, obedience shouldn't be the price of survival. At the same time, not every interaction with authority is a hostage situation. So, we could have a conversation. We could say, hey, so how do we ensure public safety without creating fear? That's a great question. We could ask that. I could ask that 100 times. Or how do we train and support law enforcement so that they do their jobs without escalating the situation? I agree. That's probably something we should try to do. I've been a victim of it myself. I've been accused of things that they didn't even try to prove, and I still was found guilty in the state of Massachusetts. So think about that, Didn't have a great lawyer. I wish I didn't hire her, but that's a whole nother story. I liked her, but it didn't help me. They had nothing to prove that I was what they said I was. Yet I was found guilty. Yeah, but that's what happens in the state of Massachusetts. It probably happens a lot across the country where people that didn't do the crime are actually doing the time. And you say, you say, how can that be? How can you do a crime and or didn't do the crime but you're doing the time? Well, I had a motorcycle accident, had a head injury, and they labeled me as under the influence. And because I got into a fight with the rookie, I had to plead guilty. So go figure that. No breathalyzer test, no blood test, guilty. Yeah, all because I got into a fight with a rookie. That happens. You got to live on, and so that's where I'm at in my life, is dealing with repercussions. Yeah. Anyways, so how do we protect the system's, the citizens' rights while still expecting reasonable compliance in dangerous situations or dangerous scenarios? Yeah, that's a good question. The truth is most people want the same thing: safety, fairness, and accountability. But when the conversation gets reduced to obey or die, we lose the nuance. I mean, the nuance is where solutions live. So, it's not obey or die, but you should, and I did. I was found guilty. So, I mean, other than getting into a fight with a rookie, I mean, that was a whole nother subject, but, my nose was broken open, my head was gashed. I didn't even know where the hell I was. And that usually happens, unfortunately, with a motorcycle accident. They didn't find any alcohol on me. They didn't do a blood test. They didn't do a breathalyzer test, but I was guilty. So it is what it is. I live with it. But, if a police officer asks you to stop and put your hands up, I'd put your hands up. If a police officer asks you to pull over, and I think I pull over. I mean, their job is to keep the law. And if you're stupid enough to break the law, and you're stupid enough to resist the law, or you're stupid enough to fight the law, which I kind of did, and I was kind of stupid, you're going to have to deal with the consequences. And luckily, I didn't get shot. But, it could have been a bad day. Maybe I might have got shot. I don't know. That would have really sucked if that happened. But I try not to put myself in that kind of a situation. I try to stay focused in life. I have a lot to live for, and it's kind of funny in my family. The oldest one to live in my family, for a male, is 62, and I'm turning 62 this May. So it's like, oh shit, tick tock, tick tock. So here I am, just expressing myself because I feel as if this whole this this media thing, these cameras, the people that report the news, the people that put shit on their Facebook, and the extreme left and the extreme right. You gotta get your shit together. You guys are fucked up, you know. And the media is the worst ones because they tailor it to their agenda, and so you're only going to see what they want you to see. And that was like back in World War II. I mean, they only showed you what they wanted you to see, so you'd support the war. Um, well, that's the same thing that's going on today, just in a different way. Think about it. It's kind of fucked up. But so, anyways, I don't mean to bother anybody or harass anybody. If anybody is watching, that's awesome. If anybody's not watching, that's awesome too. Because this isn't what this is for. It's to basically just get shit off my chest, man. You know, get out here and talk to a few people if they want to talk. I'm always open to talk. But that's it, guys. This is my first run at this. It'll get smoother. I think hopefully it sounds good because it would really suck if it didn't. Because I'm not listening to it right now. But who knows? Probably sucks right now, but we'll know. I'll delete it if it does. Anyways, all right, guys. Y'all have a great evening. Appreciate you. Thank you.